you post some weird things on your Instagram.
You say that all the time. But I don't. Compared to what you post, mine is very moderate, decent.
You've got, and I mean this with respect, you have a dad Instagram. There's just a way you post, the kind of things you post.
Right.
It's hilarious. It cracks me up. I love it. I love your Instagram.
Yeah, go on.
But first off, right, we've got this picture here. It's just a big spider.
Yeah, it is a big spider. That's a huntsman. In Australia, they're very common, and they're very famous for sliding into very, very small spaces. They can flatten themselves out and go under anything and get in there. Yeah, they're a bit scary, but they'll bite you, but they won't kill you. I don't think.
And where was this guy? He was just cruising around?
He was in the footpath in the village, near where we live, in Avalon Beach, New South Wales, and he was just there, and I just took a photo.
I don't...
You're
there's nothing wrong with the spider post. But if I saw a big spider, I don't think I'd put it on Instagram.
Well, some of the stuff you put on Instagram, I can't imagine why you would put it on Instagram. Well, let's have a look at some of yours, okay? There's one here. Now, what sort of car is that? It's a lovely looking car. What is it?
It's a pink convertible Camaro.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's Frenchie Morgan. She's a reality star I was dating in America.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about Frenchie. I don't know her.
She's lovely, but she would be down at Malibu, and we'd go down and we'd hang out, and paparazzi would take pictures. She had this mansion by the water we would stay at, and for a while everything was great, but in the end, not to be.
So tell me why, what happened, what went wrong? What went wrong?
It just didn't work out.
It didn't work out?
Yeah.
How long did you see her for? Or were you seeing each other for?
A couple months there, about 3 months I think.
Yeah.
It was good fun. We had a lot of fun hanging out, but yeah.
And she's famous in France, did you say?
She's from France, but she lives in America. She's been on a bunch of reality shows.
Oh, okay.
And people kind of know her from those shows.
And the pink hair that you had on that particular day, was it just to fit in with the car or what?
I had pink hair at the time, and no, it fit in so well. That car and the whole vibe.
Well, she's a very attractive looking lady too.
You know, we would do.
You don't need to tell us.
No.
What?
We would do shoots for the paparazzi, right? And like for one time we were photographed at Nobu. And I was super worried about having to maybe pay to go to Nobu to get these paparazzi pictures. But when I got there, she said, no, we just stand up front. The paparazzi stands over there, gets a couple of shots like we're coming out. It's all good.
And you didn't get to eat at Nobu?
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, that's cheating. How much of that goes on in the paparazzi world, where they set photos up where you be here and we'll be there at the same time and get these candid photographs? How often does that happen?
I think it's all the time.
Really?
I think they have real good relationships with the paparazzi, and they'll do things like have a bunch of different clothes. You'll change into them that day, so then it looks like you were hanging out on several different days. Yeah, and you get a bunch of stuff. And the mail it out the paps will mail it out every week.
And do the big movie stars do the same thing, or that they need to? They try to avoid the paparazzi?
There's levels to it, but everyone does 100% work with the paparazzi. And
really?
Yeah, and the paparazzi makes money by selling the pictures, and then they get the publicity. It's a good little deal.
Mm. So there's candid shots of caught, bathing topless at such and such a beach.
Yeah.
It was all set up.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I have some of those, yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably get to them. Do you want to?
Yeah, well look, I've got
another one here. Do you want?
No, I've got one here.
Right.
I want to do of yours. Let me just scroll down here and find it. Yeah, this one I actually quite like.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, this one. It's you're on the road again.
Oh yes.
And it's an RV type thing.
I can't wait to get on the road.
And you've gone. So tell us about this. What's going on?
We bought a little old caravan, which is what year? 1960s.
It looks sick.
50s, late mid-50s caravan, a little tiny one, and we towed it around parts of Australia for some time. We had a great time in it, and we used to play old-time music inside it, and at night time it was just a lovely setting. A Bondwood caravan.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. The car we had was It was cheap,
You're
right?
pulling that vintage caravan on that?
Pulled it around. But we went to a few caravan parks, and once we'd done it a few times, we sort of got the idea of, yeah, this is caravanning, but we've sort of had enough of it, and after about 6 months we gave it away.
I thought you were going to go all the way around Australia.
We were going all the way around Australia, we sort of got over
How
it.
many hours away did you get?
We went on about 3 or 4 trips. We had some
Okay.
lovely times,
Yeah.
but enough was enough, and I must admit, to be honest with you, towing the caravan was a little bit stressful, I found, because it's not heavy, but it takes a little bit more skill and a bit more attention. I just found it a bit of hard work, so we had great times with it. We got rid of it and we moved on.
Yeah.
Yep, it was good fun. Now,
Nice.
this one here of you. Ooh, the police.
Yep, that's me being arrested. It's probably my most badass picture on Instagram.
With the hair, do you regret, this photograph's been around a little bit in the media, I've seen
Yeah.
it. The mullet and the stripes on the side of the head, do you regret having that haircut for that particular?
No, I think for a political protest, I was looking pretty cool with that hair.
Well, what were you
Not just the mullet, the track shaved in the side as well.
Yeah. What was the protest about?
You know what the protest is.
I know, well, tell people.
Right,
No.
yeah. It was for medical marijuana. I
Right.
said on 420, I'm going to go down to town hall and I'm going to smoke a joint live.
Which you did.
Which I did, and the cops came out of nowhere, busted me.
So they knew from social media what you were going to do.
Yeah, it kind of picked up a lot of steam on social media, and they were there waiting.
Well, there are a few stories around that. Maybe one day we'll get into the marijuana issue, because in Australia it is illegal still. California and other parts of America,
Yeah.
it's not. But medicinal marijuana is becoming more available in Australia, but we might go down that road a little later on.
Which is good. And then they need to fix what's going on with the random testing on the tongue and everything. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because in Australia now, they have RBTs, roadside breath testing,
Yeah.
but they also now do scrapings for drugs, about 3 different types of drugs, including marijuana. So
What if you, it's interesting because if you were prescribed medical marijuana, which more and more people are here now, if you got swabbed, there wouldn't be a limit. Like with alcohol, there's a level, there's a limit. They don't have that because it's illegal, but then if you prescribed it.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's one of the issues also, is that people get pulled over that have been smoking marijuana. They may have had it the day before or the day before that. I'm not sure how long it lasts. No one's quite sure how long it lasts. So they could be not under the influence of the drug, but have it in their system, and they get booked. They go down for it.
Yeah, and I've heard that if you use apple cider vinegar before, you can beat the system.
Really?
No, I actually don't think that'll work, so don't think that's true, but people are saying that.
No, you shouldn't drive under the influence of anything, in my opinion. But we'll go down that road a little later on.
For sure, for sure.